squidding me!
Hello and welcome back to Race to Prestige Season 4. Yeah. Okay, well Mike is schooling me on how to play Leon. Yeah. Anyway, Ayla! We haven't gotten Ayla yet, so yeah, that'll be fun. Very fun. I think I've gotten better since the last time I played him. I know how to better build into the Ayla, I guess. But anyway, I will see when the game starts. It'll probably be very soon. Okay, here we go. And Mike really wanted to play again. I was going to be done for this episode, but he really wanted to face those people from the last game. But he didn't. He did not get his request. Oh well. We shall move on. Gonna go Evil Eye first, because I like to do my eye builds. I'm not so great at Rage, so I go for Eye first. But today's topic is going to be the quote-unquote hostile community and reasons behind this perception. What upgrades does he have? Bite and healing. Oh boy, this is going to be a really meaty team. So not exactly the best to play as a against. So maybe I will build into a eye build, because I think that might work best against sort of big, meaty characters. But the topic of discussion today is the hostile community. And one of the things I was thinking about most when thinking of this topic is the reason a lot of people say this game is hostile is it really requires 100% effort from... Oh man. Get him! Get him! Alright, get him! Yeah! Nice. Okay. So it requires 100% effort from every person of your team. Because it's a small team size and you kind of have to work together to win. You cannot carry a team. Carrying does not happen in Awesomenauts because it requires team participation, and you can't always get that, which is a little bit of a problem. Let's pick up Rage just for the sake of clearing droids, but I'm not going to be using against them. If anything, I'm going to build into health so I can withstand their burst, because they've got a lot of burst. But because of this requirement of acting like a team, you often get into situations where one member is letting the rest of the team down. And that's not a very healthy situation. Okay, I can see... That's very interesting. I could see his droids. That might be a bug. And so there's often one player who falls behind and is becoming the target of hate for your teammates. And in a team-based game like this, you shouldn't be in a situation where you're hating your teammates as much as you do not like the other team. And that's not a very healthy situation. And luckily it doesn't happen often. Usually it's an all or nothing situation where the whole team is doing well or the whole team is stinking. And whew. Look at me. Where did you go? Where did you go? You just disappeared on my screen. Wow. What ping is okay? Volt is. Hi there. So you're often in a situation where one person is the deciding factor of a game, and that often leads to a lot of negativity towards that guy. Run, run, run. Run! That's not running. Poke. I'm not gonna go in towards you. I'm just not. I don't have a death. That's cool. Can't buy any other upgrades besides cooldown. Not enough money. Another reason I think it's just a perception. Like for me, a lot. Like I've said in the past, a lot of these topics are to garner interest in these topics and to suggest other alternatives than the general consensus, I want to say, but that's not quite the right word, of what people are ready to call it. People are very ready to call the Awesomenauts community very hostile. And I think there are a couple reasons why. These are just, again, as usual, my opinions. I'm not saying this is the fact. But you always remember the one guy that was really hostile towards you and that said a lot of crap against you and was really mean to you. You remember the one guy. But what you really don't remember is the 50 other people that you just played that were perfectly fine, perfectly reasonable. They weren't hostile at all. They were very considerate. They said their GGs even though you completely pantsed them. I mean, there are a lot of times when you just sort of ignore the normal, and it's normal human nature. Like it's just something we do as humans. We remember the differences. We remember the things that went differently, and the things that went different than normal. And that's just how we work as humans. We remember the odd thing, or we remember the thing that makes us angry the most. Like an interesting thing me and Juice talked about before was that in my first season of Race to Prestige, I really thought that I got certain map a lot. I think it was this one, because I really disliked this map a lot. And I kind of thought like, oh man, every one is this map. I keep getting it. Oh man, like every time. But in reality, I looked at the statistics and I didn't. I got it about 25% of the time, which is what was expected out of 25% chance of getting this map. And so it's very interesting to see how our perception about things differs our memory on them. Oh, you probably could have got me. Got pretty good. But our perception most definitely plays a big role into the hostile community, because we always remember that one guy who was just such a jerk to you, and you don't really remember the odd ones. Another thing I noted was that the loudest voices are often the ones that disagree the most. And this is very true in a lot of situations, not just this game, not just specifically this community or whatever. It matters in a lot of things, and like YouTube comments, the ones that scream the loudest are often the people that really shouldn't be, the people complaining, the people I don't know. I'm sort of going off on a tangent here that I wasn't planning, but the complainers often have the loudest voice, and you remember them the most, and so that's why I think a lot of people consider this game very hostile. I'm actually gonna take it to the face. Okay, cool. Just set that up. Nope. Okay. Another thing that I write is, yes, there are hostile people. There sure are hostile people. It's a competitive game. Salt will happen. This is just a fact of competitive gaming. When you face one person against the other, one person's gonna get angry every once in a while. But I don't quite think it's as bad as a problem as people say. Another thing I'd like to point out is that the Awesomenauts community is really great in almost every other situation you put them in. Like the Reddit is very cool. It's got a lot of awesome people if you like to check that out. But there's just so many awesome people involved and very nice, and it's so hard to take a second to say something that not everybody's the kind of person like me. I'll often chat people's ears off and say things and do stupid stuff, and people get angry at me because I'm not playing serious enough. But this is a casual game, and I want to have fun. I'm sorry for trying to have fun in a game. Get him, Mike. But it's not exactly the best forum for, oh my gosh, for chatting. And so often, only the negative voices make the time to say something negative. And so that's why I really think that it's really perceived as a negative community. Bam. So yeah, I just like to try and I always try to take one big issue in Awesomenauts and try to look at it from the other side. Try to look at it from, there's actually a lot of kind people. Look at this. We completely pants these guys, and they still say GG. They're good game. That's general practice. No bad mouse. This is only 3 players, but I think there's just so many more positive people in this game than people realize and think about. It's that one really negative person that really sticks in our mind, that makes us angry, and if the insults are directed at us, then we even more remember those kind of things. And when we start feeding back into it, then it really cements that memory in our brains, because it's a fight then. It's not just someone said angry words against me, but I defended myself, and I said this and this, and I should have said this and this and this. It really, I think, all I'm trying to say here is that the hostile acts that we see get stuck in our brains, and we really don't think about the non-hostile acts a lot. So anyway, devil's advocate, it's how I like to look at things from a different way. But if you have an idea for a future discussion, leave it in the comments. And yeah, that's about it. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.